Hello and welcome to BIHC online practical videos. Today we're going to make something which is probably not very popular here in Kenya, but this is a Hawaiian dish called poke bowl, which is very popular in certainly in Europe, America, and of course in Hawaii. Now, the ingredients we have are, I made before some rice for sushi. So this is basic, it's very similar to sushi, but it's not rolled. It has the same ingredients. So we have some sushi rice. Basically, sushi rice is similar to short grain rice because it absorbs lots of liquid. I cooked this for about 20 minutes. Then we have various ingredients. We have some raw salmon. You can use raw salmon or you can use raw tuna. If you don't want to have fish, you can make it vegetarian. We're going to put in some cherry tomatoes, some mango, some avocado, some sesame seeds. I've got some nice some cress here for decoration. And then I have a sauce, a mayonnaise, which I added some wasabi. Wasabi is a Japanese root, which is green, which you eat with sushi, and it's very hot. If you don't want the hotness, don't put it in, but this is just some mayonnaise with that. Okay, now, the first thing I think we can do is we're going to marinate a little bit the salmon. We need to add some flavor to the salmon. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit of soy sauce. Don't be frightened of eating raw salmon. It really is good once you've added a little bit of flavor. We're going to add a few drops of sesame oil, which is a really nutty flavor. We're then going to add a few sesame seeds like that. Gives it a nice crunch. And then we're going to mix this together like that. And we're going to let this marinate for a little while until we put all the other ingredients together. This I suggest you can do an hour before or even the day before, so it's nicely marinating. As I say, you can use raw salmon, you can use tuna, you can use smoked salmon, whatever you want really. But normally you would use salmon or tuna. But if you don't like raw fish, well then you can use your substitute. Then the next thing I'd like to do is add a little bit of flavor to the rice. Now, the same as when you're making rice for sushi, we have a little mixture here called sushi, which is basically Japanese vinegar and sugar. And we just boil it quickly to dissolve the sugar. And then we're going to add it to the rice to give some flavor, like that. This is exactly the same way as you would make sushi, or the rice for the sushi. Okay, just like that. I already seasoned it while I was steaming the rice. Then I'm just going to take some of the items here just to cut them up. We're going to take a few tomatoes. We're only making one today, so we don't really need a lot. Okay, so we're going to go something like that with the tomatoes, or maybe a little bit more. Okay, the next thing, we'll take some mango. You can use mango, you can use papaya, doesn't really matter, whatever you've got in hand. We'll just take a few slices like that. Be careful the stone in the middle. And we're going to just dice them up like that in little cubes. So there we have some mango. Then we'll take a little bit of avocado. I will have to cut the avocado in half. Okay, and a little trick with avocado to cut an avocado is, what I tend to do is take the knife and I chop and I cut down like this. If you can see that. And then I cut across like that. Okay, and then we take a spoon, which I have here, and then you can just scoop it out like that, and the avocado is already cut up for you, and you don't have to put it on the chopping board and make a mess. Great way of cutting avocado. So we have half an avocado. So we have all the ingredients together. Now what we're going to do, we're going to put everything together. Now what you find nowadays, certainly in Europe, in my experience, you go to poke bowl restaurants, and what you do, you get your bowl and you go on a self-service restaurant, and you just keep adding the things that you want to put on top. Always we're going to have the rice, so we're going to put the rice on the bottom in the bowl like that. So this is a very, very great, it's a very substantial meal, and the Hawaiians eat this a lot. Okay? So there we have the rice. And then you can put things on however you want. What I tend to do is try and put them round in little areas like that. So we use everything up. So there we put the mango. Then maybe then next we're going to put the tomato, maybe, like that. Okay, maybe we do a little bit more mango. Then we have the avocado, which can go in there like that. And then we can put the salmon. It's nicely marinated with the soy sauce and the sesame oil. Obviously the salmon or the tuna is the star of the show here, but everything else will complement. Then I've got some nice cress here, or little greens, which are really nice to eat. I was just going to put a little bit of this in the middle like that to give it another for decoration. Okay. I have the sauce here in my little plastic bottle. You don't have to put a lot of sauce on. We just put a little bit around like that. And then we sprinkle on top some sesame seeds, like so. Maybe a little bit of soy sauce, just a little, just to decorate around like that. Gives it a little bit more flavor. Okay. And there we have a Hawaiian poke bowl made with salmon, tomatoes, mango, avocado, and rice. Thank you.